Alright, isang magandang araw sa inyo mga kakchunggoy, or should I say araw gabi or wherever country you are listening from. Ayan, nandito na naman tayo sa isa na namang episode na talaga namang kapupulutan ng aral. Teka, kapupulutan nga ba talaga? Kung nakapulot kayo ng aral, guys, do not forget to subscribe sa our Apple Podcast. Just search CCT Voice, and you can also download this episode for free. We also have a YouTube channel, CCT Voice. Like and subscribe, mga kachunggoy. Anyways, here is our episode 2 ng CCT Voice, The Crossing Thoughts in Voice.
Do you want to talk about anything and everything under the sun?
How about some random stuffs in your everyday life that you think is useless? Or the current affairs happening in our country, plus the left and the right commentary, but no one dares to stand in the middle.
Let's dig in and find our common grounds dito lang yan sa CCT Voice, The Crossing Thoughts in Voice. And here is our host, Yahero Ugoy, Chris V. Actually, guys, this episode is like our first episode, is still light as feather. Huwag muna nating pasukin yung medyo heavy and ang lakas maka-negative vibes ng mga current issues which is happening in our country. So let us stick with the light topics first. And our question for today, guys, for this episode is, relevant pa din ba ang argument na English ang isa sa mga batayan para masabing matalino ang isang tao? Alamin natin yan dito sa episode na English or Na.
English or no?
English or No?
English or no?
What if I cannot English you, but I can love you? You know? What if there is only 3 words that I know, like I miss you? You see? You cannot talk to me like that because I cannot Englishing very much. Just a little. Oh my God. Mga kachunggoy, kung ikaw ay batang 90s or magpasa hanggang ngayon, you can still see or hear depicting this kind of accents in a comedy movie or stand-up comedy, stereotyping a Filipino accent. Kilala niyo ba si Jokoy? Si Jokoy ay isang comedian, stand-up comedian, and his routine, his stint revolves around stereotyping of Filipino traits and cultures and even this kind of accent. And sabi nga niya, kung siseryosohin mo, wala, talo ka, stress ka pa. Kung ako lang ha, whenever I hear this kind of accent, I remember my titos and titas talking. It's like remembering the old days, no? So seriously, I find this really cute. Huwag tayong masyadong seryoso sa buhay, mga kachunggoy. But then again, the sad truth is, there are still Filipinos up to these days whose way of thinking is that when someone sucks in English, now he is above the social status and a highly educated person which is...
Come on!
Sabi ko sa inyo, guys, huwag tayong masyadong seryoso sa buhay. Pero magsiseryoso ako na very light dito, guys. Because I cannot blame you 100% for that kind of thinking. Kasi I think the reason for having that kind of mindset rooted back at the time when we are colonized by Americans, no? And up to these days, we still have that mentality. And if I may be bold, mga kachunggoy, it is a colonial mentality. Look, English is one of our official language. Diba? Sa pagpasa nga lang ng mga batas, more than Tagalog, English eh. Even at school, I remember, and if you guys remember, preschool, high school, grade school, college, most of our subjects are in English, maliban sa Filipino subject. Diba? Science, math, music, arts, physical education, and health. Tapos nung college ako, those subject like the life of Rizal and our Philippine Constitution is in English. Most of our life, we're using English. Thanks to the Americans, you know? Kailan lang ba naipanukala ng Department of Education to use our mother tongue as form of teaching? And I am guilty as charged. for this one because look at me. I'm explaining it in English. Yay! Pero wait lang. Because not only that, meron pang isa. It also evolves into a modern type of language which is widely prominent in the youth of upper class. And you know what I am talking about. The konyo. Sa mga di nakakaalam, konyo is a slang words referring to a use of mixed language which is Tagalog and English or Taglish. And uulitin ko, I am guilty as charged using a Taglish as a language. But konyo on the other hand, mga kachunggoy, they use this mixed language in a fast way like, paano ba yun? Tara, let's make luto na, or don't make me lakad na. Attaching a word make as many as they can. Sa pa yung exam na yung so, ina-attach nila yan like, it's so sarap kaya. Isa pa, you're so mabagal. Ganon. Sila din na nagpauso ng abbreviation na G sa mga messages, which means game or go, and BV, like bad vibes. So, whenever someone talks like that, they often called us Konyo Kids. Konyo Kids? Konyo Kids. Which is, again, stereotyping. Pero, in an in-depth conversation, Konyo is not just a language. Because there's more. It's also about traits and attitudes. And maybe we can talk about that topic for another episode. Not this one. But going back, mga kachunggoy, ano nga ba talaga ang masasabi ni Biyaherong Unggoy regarding this argument? No? Because if I were to debunk this mindset, eto na, hahatulan na natin. Hindi basihan ng katalinuhan ang pagsasalita ng Ingles. Uulitin ko, hindi basihan ng katalinuhan ang pagsasalita ng Ingles. But rather, it is more of a skills. Skills, if you can speak in English, okay lang. Just like others who can fix a refrigerator or an air condition. Diba? Remember, it is an acquired skills. But yes, maybe it's true that able to speak and communicate in English gives you an advantage in this free world since it is a universal language, blah blah. But if you can't, so what? Hindi ka bawasan yun ng katalinuhan mo at lalo ng pagkatao mo. Always remember that, mga kachunggoy. How about this, mga kachunggoy? Listen to this one. Your smile is my sunshine. This is Chris with ID number 15672. How can I help? Ano yun? Yep. I still remember my opening spiel because once upon a time, I experienced to work in BPO industry. Nag-work ako sa isang BPO company and umabot lang yata ako ng 1 month. Parang kakatapos ko lang sa training. Ayoko na. I think it's not my passion. Anyway, shoutout nga pala sa mga bayaning puyat dyan. Kapi-kapi lang. Pero bakit napasok ang BPO sa talakay nito, mga kachunggoy? Ang ating mga modern day heroes na BPO agent ay isang magandang halimbawa kasi dun sa aking statement na ang pagsasalita ng Ingles at kagalingan sa pakikipag-usap gamit ang lengguwaheng ito ay patunay lamang na this is an acquired skills. Because not all first-timers na nag-apply sa industriyang ito ay magaling sa English. Just like me, I'm not that good in speaking in English. Tapos may kakilala pa ako. Kung banu na ang English ko, mas banu yung English niya. Pero wag ka, humahataw na siya sa floor. Hakot award siya, mga kachunggoy, bilang agent of the month. Patunay lamang yon na hindi sukatan ng katalinuhan ang kahusayan sa pagsasalita ng English. It is an skills. And to summarize all this, mga kachunggoy, if you can speak fluently in English, good for you. You've unlocked another skill. Yay! For those who can't speak, Keber kung jologs ka pa magsalita. Be proud that you can still communicate with your spoken language effectively. Halimbawa ako, I can speak in English, but not fluently, but still, it's a skill. Diba? Kurigo, 한국 말을 더 할 수 있지, which means the same way I can speak in Korean. At kapareho lang din na nakakapagsalita ako ng Pilipino. There is actually no difference. But one thing I always put in my mind, whatever language I spoke, I will still go back to my mother tongue. Alang kasing yaman ng kwentuhan, nung ingamanong siswan, inke kang gagamitan. Meto nga matning kapampangan, kekongan. Did you understand what I've said? Comment down below, mga katsanggoy. I also want to know what other language can you speak. So there you go, mga katsanggoy. Remember, speaking in English is never a basis of intelligence or social status, rather an acquired skills that you can develop over time. Ayun po ang verdict ni Biyaherong Unggoy. Muli, ako po ang inyong kabiyaherong Unggoy, Chris B. Mag-iiwan ng katagang it's not black and white, it's both, it's gray. Hear you next week dito lang sa CCT Voice, The Chris Crossing Thoughts in Voice.
네가 내게 말을 걸 때마다